Hey everybody, Steve here with Press by One. How are y'all doing? So we are now, oh gosh, 12, 15 hours into the reopening of the casinos here in Vegas. I've been twice, thank you very much. I was there last night at Red Rock Casino. I was the first one in the door, first one at the table, first one to throw the dice, and first one to throw a craps. Not a good start. Immediately lose my money, but it's good. It was still fun. Um, experiences with this. First off, it's a little bit different. The fact that it's only six people around the table, well, that is great for getting the dice back again. It's hard to get on a table. Last night, luckily, I was there first, so no problems getting on at midnight. But until about 2 o'clock in the morning, tables were full, so you couldn't get on. I did go back this morning. So last night, let me tell you how last night went. First off, I was nervous. I was rusty. The tables, uh, I think they changed the tables while we were gone. Tables weren't bouncing exactly the same way as they did before. I needed to adjust. I needed to adjust to, the table bounce, the location. And last night, I admit I had some drinks with some friends before going, which I don't normally drink when I play craps. It took me longer to get used to it than I wanted, than I was used to. So I actually last night was not a good night. I went in with a $1,500 bankroll. I walked out with about 500 bucks, 600 bucks. Wasn't good. I didn't roll well, and no one else at the table rolled well. It was a bunch of random shooters. Just was not a good day. Went back this morning with the intent of just practicing throwing, getting the spot down, and nobody was there. And so I got there about 5:30 in the morning, and just got to keep repeating shots. I only got a couple hours of sleep. Just got to keep repeating shots. That was nice. I found my spot, and unfortunately, though, on my second shooting turn, I figured I was just going to do minimum bet. So I did. I started off with what is it, 44 across. Uh, I was doing R1 position, Carlos. I was able to get, I'm sorry, L1. So perfect position for me. It was really more like L1 and a half because they didn't want you to be close to the stick man. And so really the way Red Rock's running it, you have more of an L1 and a half. And then, the next position is almost on the bend. And then the third position is, straight on from the end. So really there's only one good position now. But anyway, yesterday was just rough. This morning when I went back in though, and I had a good position, got to take a lot of shots. But I started off just saying, hey, listen, I'm not trying to win money. I'm just going to, just play. Dude, I shot for 30 minutes, but I made just a few $100, and that's it. Because I was not pressing. I wasn't doing anything but practicing my shot. And that's what I was focusing in on. And then I was about halfway through and I'm like, what the heck am I doing? I should be betting. But at that point, I have a philosophy when you go in with a strategy on a turn, you just kind of stick with it. Cause I have a philosophy or just my experience has been when I start pressing out of the blue, things go bad for me. So anyway, so that wasn't very good, but I ended up winning. So last night, like I said, I ended up losing money. Today, I kept my chips at the end, and I went back today with another $1,000 bankroll. And there's a 1,000, a 2,000, 500, four blacks, 500 more, and then $86. So today, with my $1,000 bankroll, I won $3,086. Well, really, yeah, $3,086, and I tipped $100 walking out. I don't normally play negative at all. I always just stick with the positive stuff, and so that's what I did. So let's go ahead and get to some rolling today. And if I have one recommendation for anybody who listens to this, get used to shooting from a second position. Find a second position that you can shoot from, because I guarantee you, those premium positions are going to be hard to come by. And so what I'm going to do today is I'm going to practice from the R1 position, and I'm going to practice shooting left-handed. we're going to see how this goes. I'm just going to shoot like 25 times. I'm not going to shoot a whole bunch, but we are going to go ahead and put money behind, just like we're doing the real game, and we'll go from there. So I'm going to just start off with what do you got? 320 in the middle. Oh, I'm sorry, not 320. 330. Is that right? 75, 150. Yeah, 330. That covers off those guys, top off those. And then I'm going to go ahead and put 25 each on the 4 and the 10. I'm just going to do a $10 pass line bet. And let's go. Hopefully sound is okay. All that good stuff. All right, so get my phone out of my pocket. I'm going to use I'm going to use a 6-2-6-3 set today. That's the set I found was being most successful for me at the casino. So these are left-handed shots. Let's hope it goes well. 5, 4, 9. That starts off well. So the 5, 4, 9 is going to pay $75. Pays $105, and we'll press it. I stuck with my strategy as far as pressing. And last night, when people couldn't shoot worth crap, it was a terrible strategy. And then today, it was a great strategy. So it's kind of funny how that works out. If you have people who can shoot at least decently well, things go a lot better. Here we go. 5, 4, 9, right back on. Oh, 9 is the point. 5, 4, 9. It was funny. The dealers remembered my strategies, so they always knew I was on. They knew what I like to play on the come out rolls, all that good stuff. Okay, so I've got 180 right here. 180. I should have made it easier for me. 180, if I remember correctly. I think it pays 252. I'm just gonna make life easy. I'm just gonna call it 225. That way, I'm not cheating myself. I'm not cheating in any way. Oh shit, let's figure it out. So 60. So 150. Golly, why am I'm struggling already with this? All right, help me out, y'all. So let me see. The 75. Each one of those pays 35, so that pays 105. So we're gonna just separate it out this way. There's a 105. I'm going to take away the nickel because I don't want to have to. I don't want to have to figure that. I don't have to get ones out. And 75 pays 105. 100 pays 140. There, that's easier. We'll just get rid of the pennies. All right, so we're going to stack all this back up. We're just going to go to 300. Make math easy. If I hit it again. But anyway, all right. So there's that. That's paid for. Collect those things. All right, I forget what I was just saying. Must not have been very important then. All right, 3, 6, 3, 2. Tonight, I'm going to go to Cosmo, Gabby and I, my wife. We're going to go to Cosmo and play with King Dice. He's playing downtown tonight. I was going to go down there yesterday and meet him, 448. I was going to go down there with him yesterday, but there's still the protesters. And I didn't feel like dealing with that. So the 448 pays 105. There's the 105. We're going to make it look like 180. One of the things you need to do if you play, of course, take care of your dealers, and they take care of you. There were a couple of times today where I almost missed my bets because I wasn't really paying attention, and my dealers helped me out. One of them even let me get credit for a bet that I didn't make, because she knows that I always bet that, and I just forgot. So I thought that was freaking awesome. 1, 2, 3. When I left, that's why I tipped them. Usually I tip them I tipped them some during. I'll bring them on. Like I hit an all-tall small today, and it wasn't much. I just did $2, $2, $2. And as I was getting close to getting the small, I wasn't anywhere near the tall at the time. I told them whatever I get on the ATS, I'd split with them. And so I just had 222, but I ended up hitting it. And so they ended up walking away with gosh, you know what, 220 bucks worth of tip. And then when I left at the end, I gave them another 100. 415. 415. So that is our fourth hit. Five is going to pay 105. We're going to press it up. Let's see. Any questions? Any comments? Hey, Lefty. Let me see. Yeah, I'm doing the 6263 set. I like this set. It's a check mark. The back of it, when you look at it, it's a check. And so it just seems to work for me. I used to be, I do a lot of the 3-5-3-1, the 3V set. I use 3-6-3-2, the flying V. But 6263 is a fallback for me. And that was the most successful one at the casino for me. 5-5, hard 10. That's great. I did not roll many hards though today at all. Last night or today. There's my dollar big, paid 50. And this is what I did whenever I got my 5 hits. I pulled everything down to a single unit. And it was funny because you could see the which is a new strategy for me. I did not used to do that. And the dealers caught on to it. And one time they reminded me that I was on my 5th, that was my 5th hit. And so helped me remember to take down. And then another time, it was funny, they were getting ready. You could see them beginning to get some chips ready to do the reset. And unfortunately, the person settled out on it, so no reset was needed. That's like the ultimate reset, I guess. 1-6-5. And this is all, for those of you who just joined in, I'm shooting now from the R1 position right-handed. Don't normally shoot right-handed. I am using, I'm shooting right-handed, but from the R1 position. But still, it's not normally what I do. But it's working here, obviously, as you can tell. And so I'm still doing the king dice grip on it, but I'm not doing the throw because I'm not doing left-handed throws. Not money involved, at least. 1-4-5. 1-4-5. It's again. So we're making some money. So at this point, once I've brought everything down once, I just go into the press collect mode. And so just keep collecting. Go. Hopefully you guys will be able to get out to the casinos soon. Let me know how y'all done if you've gotten out to the casinos. Tell me how you did in the chat. For those of you who came in late, I went last night. I was first person into the casino, which was awesome. It was kind of fun when I was walking quickly, 1-4-5 again, when I was walking quickly to the craps tables. And they had all the craps tables open, by the way. Red Rock Casinos has 5 craps tables, and all of them were open. So that was cool. This morning, they only had one over cheering. It was a neat little environment, neat experience. But that's where the neatness ended because I talked last night, trying to adjust to the table, did not adjust very well. And as a result, 527, that's it. As a result, I lost. I went with a $1,500 bankroll, came out with just over $900. Came out with just over $600. So I lost almost $1,000 last night. Then went back this morning just to work on my shot because I needed to get used to the tables. They changed the tables, and so I had to get used to that. And I walked away with, let's see, y'all can see it there. I went ahead and kept the chips because I wanted to show y'all. I walked away with $3,000 in winnings. So that was good. Made up for I went in with $1,000 today. So far I've gone in with about 2,500, and I walked out. So bottom line is I'm up about 1,100 bucks after 2 sessions. So I'll take that. Tonight going with king dice to the Cosmopolitan, and hopefully we'll continue with some success. I did nail my throw today. I figured it out. I got it. I've got it zeroed in. Now it's just a matter of staying accurate with my throw, which usually isn't a problem. But being back in the casino certainly makes things interesting and different. All right, continuing to roll. Remember, I'm only going to do 25 rolls today. That roll was 11. Just did 11 rolls on that guy, and I don't think I had it. I had one crap roll. I had 1 3 in there. All right, 6 3, 6 2. Check. Nice. Oh, terrible throw slipped out of my hand. 6 2 8. Boy, did y'all see that? That was ugly. 6 2 8. So 8 is the point. Pays got 90 on there. It's going to pay 105. Now today I should have made a lot more money than I did. I need to bring this behind. I had one guy that I thought he was a random roller. And so I was being real cautious with him. And so I just did the 64 across. And then I was just upping literally by 1 unit, $5, $6. That's it. And it wasn't until he was way into his roll when I realized he was actually giving a very quick set of the dice, and he was hitting in the exact same spot every time. That boy went on for a long time, and I just didn't catch it until too late. And then I had my time where I went for almost 30 minutes at the beginning, but I was trying to be very conservative with my betting because I was only there to practice my shot. I wasn't really there to make money. 1 3 4. So I was trying to conserve my money as much as I could. There's my big $50. I'm going to put it on the 4 and the 10. 2 shots in. So, but that won't happen again because now I've got my shot. Now I'm ready for it. So I'll go back to Red Rock Casino tomorrow morning. Remember, my goal is to make a profit. 1 3 4. My goal is to make a profit of $500 a day at craps. That's the goal. We'll see how long that lasts. So far, though, I'm doing it. There's $2 and pays 100. I'm going to put 100 there, and I'm going to move the 50 over 100 on 10. That's my third hit. 2 more hits, pull down. One of the hardest things to do so far, to be honest with you, is sticking with a strategy. Got the 5 hits and down. Because you get into that rhythm, you get in that groove, and you're like, oh man, I'm kicking some butt. And then you pull down. And you're like, oh. Because if your roll continues, it's got $100, that's going to pay $140. If your roll continues, you sit there and you think, oh, I could have made so much more. But the problem with that is you could have made less because you could have thrown the red. And that happened, when I was doing this with some of the other guys. I pulled down, and then within 1 or 2 shots, they were out. And I pulled down just in time. The other thing that I did today that was good is there were a couple of times when the pitch count got high on somebody, and I just haven't turned my bets off. 639 again. I just haven't turned my bets off. And I let it roll for a bit. And I did it twice, and each time it paid off for me because the guy zeroed out or 7 down. All right, 280. And so that was my 5th hit. So you all know what I'm going to do. I'm bringing it all down because I want to lock in my winnings. Guy next to me on a hand that I won because he never took money down. He just kept pressing it. Keep pressing it. You're not making any money. If you don't make any money, go play something else. All right. Keep on rolling. 628 hits the point. 628 hits the point. I have, so that's going to pay me $10 on the front. It's going to pay me $120 behind. Remember, Red Rock rules. And we're going to collect it. And we're going to reset the 8. We set the 8 to 30. And since the 8 just hit, I'm going to go ahead and reset it to 60. There we go. Well, let's see if there's any comments I need to deal with real quickly. Let me see, 16. Let me see. Buckshot, Virginia. That'd be good, Carlos. Let me know how that goes. Yeah, Carlos, 3-2 aside is what it was. Which I was saying earlier that it ends up being more that you have one person, here. So it's not really an L2. It's like not really an L1. It's kind of like an L1.5 because they don't want you too near the stick person. But now that means that the second position on the table becomes here, right as you're beginning to get into the turn. And then the third position becomes, here. And so that's the same on both sides. So my recommendation for everybody is to really practice a different, I know everyone says, there's all the little analogies, does a pitcher practice throwing from, second base? Well, no. Does a pitcher practice with his left hand if he's right-handed? Well, no. But and I understand the philosophy. Hey, listen, if you don't get to shoot from your position, then don't shoot. Go to a different table, go somewhere else. But man, if you don't have a chance and you want to play, then you better learn how to at least be decent throwing a different direction. I mean, this is a case in point right here. So I have been practicing and throwing, right-handed from L1. This is my position, and I throw backhanded. That's how I throw. Right now, though, I'm throwing from R1. I'm throwing with right-handed, but I'm throwing front, and obviously it's working. Press collect, 30 pace 35. So, that gives me the ability to do something different. Today, at one point, I tried to move over to a different table, and right as I was getting close to it, somebody took my spot. They took the R1 position, and I got stuck on the end. And y'all, I cannot shoot from the end. I had 2 terrible rolls. And the other people at the table are actually rolling decently well. And so when it came time for my third one, I just passed. If you're not shooting well, then don't do it. If you're not confident, if you're not feeling good about your shot, don't waste everybody's time and money. 1, 3, 4. It's okay to pass. If somebody else, there are 2 aspects of craps, right? There is the shooting, and there's the betting. And so I just did. There's my so I just took advantage of the betting part of it, and I made a lot of money on the other people who were shooting better than I was. All right, so this is the 15th shot, I believe it is. Oh no, it's not. It's it's a lot more than that. I'll tell you what shot it is here in just a second. All right, here we go. My wife went in 7 out. My wife went in last night with she just went with $400, and she came out with 320. So she didn't lose very much, which is good. Yeah, by the way, that was the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 shot. But I still made a lot of money because I cashed out after the 5th. So that was good. Oh, you know what? I don't know. It doesn't matter. Let me see. 8. Did I ever hit the point? I never marked the point. That's funny. Didn't mark the point. I was too busy talking to you guys. Okay, let's see though. We have 2. So 5, 10. Nope, I put it on the wrong one. Oh, that's what happened. Somewhere I hit the 8. Well, screw it. Oh, it was after 5 hits. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I hit the 8. I just put it on the wrong stack. I think that's right. Anyway, so we have 5. We have 10, 15, 19. So I got about 6 more shots left. I may have messed up on my count somewhere, but that's fine. All right, let's just get this over with. Let's get this done. Everyone get back to their lives. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Let's top off. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. There were a couple times today I was surely tempted to do my opening come out, like move up to like 150. But then I remembered that's not the plan. Go in with a plan and stick to it. Because otherwise you might mess yourself up. Which what I did last night. Last night I did not stick to the plan. Come out roll. I'm working, of course, 6, 4, 10. I'm always working. But I do like I did follow my rule about only working the first 10 throws. So that 50 is gonna pay 75. Oops, didn't put my money on the pass line. All 75 behind the line. Okay, my big. There's my big. All right, I think I only have 5 more shots left. Here we go. 6-2, 6-3. I think I'm gonna get some. I got my first custom chip from one of the other YouTube guys, Bird Dog. Oh, look at that, gets that point right away. 10. Bird Dog. I received his chip. That's just cool. So I think I'm gonna come up with a chip, but I need to come up with a logo first. So anybody have any suggestions on logos for our Press by One? Shoot them to me. By the way, I have an email address now, steve@pressbyone.com. Oh, I pay myself for my own money. Don't ever pay yourself for your own money. Casinos like it. I don't. So anyway, if you have an idea for let me know. So put that back up. I'm going to just make it 2. So we're off again. I tried to create one, but I'm not very artistic apparently. I love it, guys. If you come up with a logo for me, I'll send you a custom chip and a t-shirt. So I'm going to get some t-shirts made too. I think that would be cool. Have a Press by One t-shirt. Okay, here we go. Come out roll. 3, 5, 8. 3, 5, 8. All right, so 3, 5, 8. 8's the point. 8 pays 105. There's 105. We're going to bring that all down. Only 100 behind the line. I'm going to go ahead and up the 5 and the 9, and I'm going to make the 6 look like 120. All right, I think I only have 2 more rolls left, and then we'll be done for today. I'm excited about going to the Cosmo. What's funny is I really have not played many other craps other than Red Rock. That's where I played. That's my home casino. I have played Texas Station a few times, 459. I played Texas Station a few times. It's nice. It's fine. It says Texas. I'm from Texas, so I like that. But nope. Red Rock is where I've done it. I've done a few times on the strip, so I've got 100. That's going to pay 140. I've played a few times on the strip, but God, playing on the strip drives me crazy because so many newbies are out there. So I'm up in that 100. I'm going to grab another 100 on my stack to make 5 look like 9. And it drives me crazy because it just takes forever to play sometimes. When I want to play, I want to play. I don't want to sit there and wait for all the explanations of how you play. So I actually tried to stay away from that throw. 3, 5, 8. I got lucky. Oh, hits the point. 3, 5, 8. I tried to avoid the strip. 3, 5, 8. Okay, y'all. That I think is 25. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24. I got 1 more. All right. So 100 behind the line pays 120. I'm going to throw a nickel in so I can get a quarter. And then I'm going to throw 15 cents in and get a quarter for the front. The reason why I'm doing that, to be honest, is because I am out of reds. I didn't get enough reds out, and I just totally messed up my stack here. Oh, well. All right, so we're doing all that. And let's reset the 8. We're going to reset the 8 to 120. Awesome, which matches that guy. All right, Do you want me to just keep going until I seven out this roll, or do you just want me to stop after this? If you want me to continue until I finish this roll, let me know. Otherwise, I'm going to stop after this throw. We'll count it up. 6-3, 6-2. Out, obviously. 1, 2, 3. Crap. I'm not going to end on a crap. That sucks. All right, put $10 in. Let me see what else say. Let me see. Do you max odds? Let me see. You can press, but so much. Yeah, I like to press. I press a lot. How many feet from the back wall do you think it was? You know what? I'll answer that question next time. I'm not 100% sure. It seemed long, man. Do I do max odds behind the passing? I do max odds behind the passing if it's a 5, 6, 8, or 9. If it's 5, 6, 8, or 9, I will max odds. And then I'm fluid on this number on my pass line. A lot of times what I do is I try to maximize whatever a hit is. So like if I start off with $90 here at the casino, I know that $90 is going to pay 105. So if I press that, we're going to go up to 100 and $95, which means I need to have $20 here. So a lot of times if I'm betting 90 here or 75 here, because 75 pays 105, which puts me up to 180, then this becomes 20 every time. If you look at my other videos, that's what I've been doing. I don't know why I did $10 today. I just did. But I'll put the $20 there. That way, the first press, it gives me the option to maximize my odds behind the line. So if you're playing in a place that's got a 3, 4, 5 scenario, then I would do the same thing. I would just make sure that I've got enough here that allows me to press the way that to do the press the way I want it behind the line. Remember, even if you have, let's say I only had $10 here. Remember, if I win like here, let's say that this guy, I have 120 and it hits. Well, that's $140 that comes to me. I can only put $10 back here. I can only put $100 back here. But there's nothing saying I can't place, the rest of it. So I could easily place this up to, what would it be? There's 120, what would it be? 120 goes to 150. So I could press it up to the 150 mark. And so now I've got on the 6, I would win the pass at 1-to-1 odds. I would win the odds at 6-to-5, and I would win the place at 7-to-6. Okay. There are a lot of casinos who will allow you to put extra money here and do your odds behind. But if you do the math, it doesn't always work out right. So because you're ending up with more money anyway. Play with it and look around. But there's that. I am going to go ahead and stop right here. And I'm going to wait for the Cosmo as was suggested. So I'm just going to abandon my roll. And let's see what I end up with. The only thing that I abandoned is I can't get this $10 pass line today. I set up with a $1,500 rack, by the way, is what I started with. So I apologize for being lazy on my chips as I was collecting. But when you're collecting so much, this was a good roll. Hopefully it's good foretelling what's going to happen tonight. Yeah, I was real pleased with how today went. Obviously, if I'm walking out, with $3,000. And by the way, hey, just as a quick FYI, find out what your casino, what their maximum is before they report your winnings. I'm not saying to avoid paying taxes, always pay your taxes. But you need to know that because when you go to cash in, they have to do a whole bunch of paperwork if you're over whatever the mark is. And so today I had to go because I had a business call I had to be on. I had to go. I don't have time. And So to do all that paperwork stuff. And so that's one of the reasons why I was okay keeping some of the money. So just be aware of that. But you still have to report it on your taxes. So I keep a spreadsheet of all my winnings and my dates and everything. So that way I make sure I do proper reporting at the end of the year, and life goes on. But find out what that is for your local casino. Okay, so let's see. I'm doing the cheat here. So this is a full green, so that's $500. This is a full green, that's $500. This is a full red, that's $100. Full red, $100. Full black, full black. That is 20 times 10, that's 2,000. So that's going to be 4 blues. All right, and then I got one. Let's go start here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That gives me a green. 1, 2, 3, 4. I have 2 exactly on that. And then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Gives me one more blue. So take out the $1,500 I started with. 1, 2, 3. Get rid of that. So my profit on this roll, where I did 25 throws, was $2,105 plus whatever the heck this is. Tip the dealers. All right. So not a bad roll today. This was pretty good. Used to shooting from that position, so I'm going to practice it a lot more though as we go, because I want to make sure I play. When I go, I want to play. I'm feeling it. All right, let's see. Anything else to talk about? Oh, let's go skins. Carlos, I liked you until that. All right. Y'all have a great rest of the day. We'll talk to y'all later. Bye.